Qualcomm has introduced an OCR technology that allows you to extract information from a vendor bill or invoice. This information is used to create the procurement bill record in your Qualcomm projects. This technology will allow you to drag and drop file types such as a PDF or image, so the OCR or optical character recognition can review that information and extract what is needed. In addition to the PDF file format, the Qualcomm OCR will allow you to drag and drop file types such as JPG, PNG, or the PDF mentioned. This OCR to bills feature also utilizes an AI or artificial intelligence so that the process will learn from previous scans. As time goes on, it'll recognize more and more information, making it easier and easier to enter vendor bills. Information then is extracted from the file information, so it does not have to be entered manually. The information extracted can include things like the invoice number, the invoice date, due date, billing address, remittance address, vendor name, and the line item details. There are no global settings to consider before using the OCR. Your projects and contracts must be set up beforehand, and contracts must have an approved status. Don't forget to add your vendor companies to your project teams tab in the project info page. This is also a fee-based service, so we encourage you to go to the knowledge base in Qualcomm, search for the phrase OCR. You'll see in that knowledge base article a Qualcomm add-ons order form available for you to review pricing, packages, and options available. This new feature can be accessed from two locations. First of all, from within a project under the Accounting and Project Management Department's Open Procurement. The option will be available to create bills from PDF or image. There's also access to this feature from the Vendor Hub. You'll have the Create Bills from PDF or Image option. We'll show both access options in this training video. We're also using PDF file format to create these bills. So the first thing we want to do is go to Create Bills from PDF or Image. I'm going to drag and drop two PDF files from the same vendor into the small rectangle. The OCR has never seen a bill from this vendor or the format that we're about to work on. Notice there are three tabs: the Upload Files tab, which we just used, a Files Ready for Processing tab, and a Processed Files tab. You'll notice that the two files that we just dragged and dropped into the OCR both show a status of in progress. Next, we'll click on the Files Ready for Processing tab. Both of the files that we just uploaded will appear on this tab. I'm going to go over to Actions on the first and click View. You'll notice that the OCR has already started to pick out different information from this. And on the right-hand side, you'll see that information is being filled in. You can help the AI built into your OCR to recognize fields. Although this PDF image did not include it, a PO number may have appeared on the vendor bill. To help the AI find that field, simply click on the appropriate matching field and highlight that information. So the next time you import information for this vendor, that purchase order number would be recognized. If you want to know where the information came from each of these fields, simply click on it and the OCR will highlight that information on your image. Now let's take a look at the other file. We'll go back to the Files Ready for Processing tab and check out this second file. Same vendor, and you'll see all the appropriate fields have been highlighted and they fit into the fields in the recognized fields in the OCR. Now that we've reviewed these, we'll click back on the File Ready for Processing, go to the Actions tab, and click Convert. Other information that was not included on the image can now be filled in. We'll select the project, the prime contract, the issue date, the invoice number have been filled in. Since there was no subject available, we'll fill that in. The vendor company name was filled in, the payment due date. If we wanted to add terms at this point, and then we're going to apply job cost codes. We'll confirm the resource and billable status. Click Save and New. Then we'll go to this second vendor bill, go to Actions, and do the same. I'm leaving these invoices as pending so that we can initiate the workflow approval process once it's been entered as a bill and in pending status. Now, if we go back to our procurement, going to projects, the project has been selected, and to procurement, if we open the bills, knowing that these are under pending, I can also go to the most recent bills entered, which was in the last 7 days. The 2 bills have appeared. Totals are correct. I can either mark these approved here. I could have marked them approved as I was entering them, or I can initiate the workflow approval process. I'm just going to mark these approved for now. Back to procurement. The second access to this feature is found in procurement itself. It's called Create Bills from PDF or image. We'll go back to the upload files. Now we'll drag and drop a vendor bill unrelated to the first 2 we just did. This is also a new vendor and vendor bill format that Corcon has not seen before. Now that it appears, and notice it did take a minute to get that uploaded and read, we'll click back over onto the Files Ready for Processing, and the bill now appears under Files Ready for Processing. We'll take a look since it is the first time. Just click View. Again, if there's any information that the OCR did not pick up on this first try, we can just click on that field and highlight it so that the next time the AI built into the OCR will recognize that field. And it looks like it picked up all the pertinent information. I'm going to click back on Files Ready for Processing, find that bill again, go to Actions, and click Convert. All the information that the OCR recognized has already been filled in, so I'm just going to fill in those few things that we may need to see in the entry. And click Save. Now let's take a look at that bill in procurement. Notice that the file is already attached to the record. It's still in pending status. I could have approved it as I was converting it, but I also have the option to mark that approved at this point, or I can initiate the workflow approval process. Again, the more vendor bills that you add using the OCR feature will train that AI so that in future entries, the OCR will recognize more information. If you'd like to know more about the information in this training video, we encourage you to go to the knowledge base, and in the search bar, just type OCR. You'll see the first knowledge base article is Create Bills from PDF or Image. The information presented in this training video can be found in this help article.